From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Escapes the pocket. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Taron Johnson has it. And the Raiders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. First call here coming from the shotgun. Airing it out to start this drive. He put everything he had into this one. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Take this down near the opposing 35-yard line.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
Now we've got the first carry of the game for the rookie out of Arkansas. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Tre'Davious White there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
And a Las Vegas first down. A gain of 13 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that one doesn't get him much, giving maybe a yard. It's third down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Here he goes, third and long. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a first and goal. A lot of game left, partner, but it will be a shame not to punish your opponents for making a mistake so early.
Yep, they come through on third down, and the chance of transforming that turnover into a touchdown still exists.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Goal to go, they're passing. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Raiders have a great first drive and get the game's first points.
I have a little sense, Kate, that equipment manager is going to find a way to keep that football for this QB. Yeah, he was a dual-threat guy in college, but that's his first in the NFL using his legs.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Yellow.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. First and 10 from the 45. Play action, Mahomes. Headed out right. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Taron Johnson has it. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
He is down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Bison, go!
Trying to throw this from the gun. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really, it just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Yellow!
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
10 yards to go.
This our last play of the quarter.
Yellow!
3rd down, it's Mahomes. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-0 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set!
First play is going to be a give to Genty. Through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Ready!
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
19, Tiger!
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Go!
They send a man in motion. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
At the 60. At the 60. Warriors 17.
Shotgun give here to Genti. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 17, 10, go. Track at 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Flushed out now to his left. Pulls it at the 7. And the stop is made as they get themselves into 1st and goal.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Here's Genti. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 by 6. 60 by 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Dropping back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull out in front further. 13-zip. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders double their lead to 14.
14. Chiefs, nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Rolling out to his left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense empty in the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. Good strike downfield to Kelsey. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
15 yards.
The end result there, 15 yards and a
Kansas
first.
City Chiefs.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half.
and 10 at the
Stick
40-yard
around.
line.
More from Arrowhead on the other side. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Gray. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
That's another
Move the
Kansas
chains!
City Chiefs.
Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that
1st
defense
and 10
on its
at the
heels.
36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Yellow.
Another throw for Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And they take him down right along the 30.
Here's Kelsey.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first.
Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. Second down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And first carry now, Brashon Smith. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down throw, Mahomes. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Walker now from the gun. And they only get a couple, and they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down. Dose of the hurry up here.
It's 4th down.
Mahomes to throw for it. Catch made. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get their first points of this game just before halftime. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game.
21. Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 20-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. They're working a couple yards past the line. Ashton Gelati driving in there for the stop. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means 1 last play in this half. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Here we go, here we go.
Tight end going in motion here. One final shot before the half. We've got a screen to the running back. And they're going to get there to force him out. But a nice play for the offense to go out on, as that's going to end our first half. Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. Headed right through the middle of the field. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Chiefs 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Yellow, yellow. Where's it?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's Mahomes.
36-yard line.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, then the other areas of the team pick each other up. Kate, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Man downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on 4th down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Going on 1st down, Mahomes. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
He finds Brown right side. And they had this down to the 11 before being marked down.
Hey, 15.
For a Kansas City Chiefs.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Chased out to his right. He just throws this one away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Back to the air, Mahomes. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Butker with the extra points. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game.
Chiefs 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out.
10 at their own 16-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. Setting up to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They get 22 out of that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back now, pressure coming. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it sets up 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's going to throw again on 2nd down. Taking a deep shot here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Sticking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Putting a receiver in motion. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 70. 7 Pirates.
They'll air it out on 3rd. This gets the 1st and more. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Chiefs, 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his right. This is cut downfield by Rice. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41.
A gain of 24 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He rolls to his right. Kelsey's got it right side. Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
15.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Attack!
First and 10 at the 11-yard
And off to Walker from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Chiefs who have possession, and they've got to get to work. They're in a massive hole. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. So the false start backs them up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 12 on the play. It's now
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Buying some time right. Brought in. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in. As they say, that is an easy call. Penalty hurts them, but they are still going for it here on 4th down.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Desperation time here. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game.
Raiders 35, Chiefs 21.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kansas City.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Running from the pistol here with Jency. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Takes the 2nd down snap. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Man downfield, he's got it, it's Worthy. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Looking quickly here.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19. At the Raiders' 42-yard line.
To the air, Mahomes. On the move, headed right. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
That's now the 3rd time that he's been hauled down in this game, and that one was a biggie. Something's got to get figured out. Either the protection's got to be shored up, or the QB's got to get rid of the ball. You cannot take those kind of negative sacks.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be sent out of bounds to end a great pickup, but somehow did not pick up the first. It's going to be 4th down coming up.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Yellow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go on, 80. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes now. Throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a attack. 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Walker on second. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's good.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. A second touchdown through the air for Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the 4th.
Kate, that play right there, that run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level. But this rookie, he's putting on a show.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. First down throw, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Puts his body on the line, and he got it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
15 yards on the play. That's another Kansas City.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Throwing the out route complete. And no touchdown here. Just needed a few more, but this one goes out at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Our blue lady.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up. Offense in the hurry up here.
Hey, 15.
Back to throw Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up second down. Back now, pressure coming. Has a man on target to Thornton. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
56, Chiefs 35.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Headed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually the only option left was to throw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. No throw, 3rd and long. Trying to push deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Darius.